Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes, you can relax,
Om
settle down, share your experience here in the chat.
And we have seen some of the participants have manifested this about, so congratulations, and also share your manifestation, as today is the last day of this season of Paramashivoham. So requesting everyone to share their experience of power manifestation. And today we had different powers that we manifested today. So please share your experience.
Yes, even if you're yet to manifest, this is one of the beautiful powers that you can simply manifest in your day-to-day life. you're waiting for someone, you can just take an object, place it on your palm, and play with the power. It is something that you can do just at the side whenever you have a moment. So you can always manifest this power.
Yes. Nitya Chakra Raj Tripani says, Linga shaked in my hand. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing. Jackma says, rolled the fruit on hand multiple times. Swamiji yet to manifest to roll on floor. Gratitude, Swami. Great. Awesome. Thank you, Ajaya, for sharing.
Yeah, there's progressions in between also. You can use maybe an electronic device, something that has silicon, and you can place it on a book, place it on a table. So manifesting the power on the floor, it is like an expression of your completion with the entire earth itself. So there was an event where the Balasams are manifesting the power of moving Swamiji's murti on the ground itself. And if they were successfully manifesting this power, they would actually get the murti. So it's a little bit more advanced to roll the object on the floor. But if you keep manifesting, you will also manifest it, Aya.
Nitya Parashakti says, Linga quickly fell from her hand.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And Malin Eating shares a little move. That's awesome. Even a little move, you started feeling, you started manifesting the power. You can take a little more time. For some people, it might take some more time, but slowly you can improve it. So nothing to worry. As whenever you find time, you can always go ahead and start manifesting consciousness over matter. Okay. So now we'll be moving So now we'll be moving to the session. Just before darshan, we had played the video, but we didn't complete, which was feeling connection, sitting with the master. Sitting with the master means you are in the Upanishad. When you are ready to receive the master without any incompletions that you have, without any grants that you have, when you are completely receptive, ready to imbibe the master, then you are in Upanishad. Ready to receive the truth as it is, without any delusion. So now let's enter into this beautiful revelation on feeling connection. So requesting all the participants to come to the space of listening. As the day one itself was on listening, only when you listen, the program starts. So let's begin this revelation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Jnana Sambandhacharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam.
Russian scientists Graisna Fozer and Franz Bludorf, you should see their website, really amazing. They have done a lot of research and articles and very powerful discoveries. I am exactly quoting from their research. The human DNA is a biological internet with evidence that DNA can be influenced and reprogrammed by words and frequencies. Understand? The words and frequencies can directly program your DNA. It is
is, biological internet.
They call it as biological internet. These Russian scientists reveal that genetic code of 90% of the junk DNA or dormant DNA, which I was revealing that day, as the Jivatman, self in all of you. The part which these people call as a junk DNA or dormant DNA, but I call as Jivatman DNA, self DNA. 90% of the Jivatman DNA follows the rules of human languages. Understand, it's very powerful. I am revealing step by step, then I will connect it. How it can be applied in our life. The third important revelation. Greisner, Foser and Franz Bludorf compared the rules of syntax, the way in which words are put together to form phrases and sentences, and semantics, study of meaning in language, and grammar, and found out that alkalines of our DNA follow a regular grammar and set rules like our language. Always Raghupati Yogi used to tell me, he will teach different yoga for different parts of the body. See, for hands he will give some yoga, for eyes he will give some yoga, for tongue he will give some yoga, for nose he will give some yoga, and the most difficult part to work out is the cheek. Even for that he has some yoga. He will give some yoga. When I ask him, what is the yoga for brain? He will categorically tell, chant Sanskrit. The Sanskrit language, learn Sanskrit language, chant Sanskrit mantras. You should be surprised. How can brain have yoga by Sanskrit? He will insist that I chant the Surya Namaskar mantras during the postures. He will insist that mantra chanting is done. He used to ask, how can mantra have yoga for brain? But now I know. It's true. I can tell you from my experience, whatever is said and done, a person who speaks a decent cultured language naturally behaves, lives, thinks decently and culturally. I am really telling you. Because I wandered length and breadth of India, I have seen all kinds of dialects, people who speak dialects. I have seen Tamil alone, 20 versions. Kongu Tamil and Madurai, Chennai, in Chennai, Kuvam Tamil, and North Arcot district Tamil. In that, there are different languages, Mudaliyar Tamil, Counter Tamil, all kinds of dialects are seen. And in North, the different dialects of Bengali, different dialects of Hindi, I have seen. I tell you, from my experience I can tell you, the language, the standard of language a person speaks directly affects the way in which he thinks, the way in which he acts. It really affects. There may be exemptions, very few, like a person speaking very cultural language and behaving indecently, very rare exemption. But as a nature, it doesn't happen. As a rule, it's a rule. Exemptions does not break the rule, it only enforces the possibility of existence of the rule. Understand, when I say all these candies are sweet, there may be one or two which are not sweet. That does not mean that rule is broken or weakened. Those 2-3 exemptions ensures the existence of the rule. Look in the other side. Look from the other side. All exemptions ensure the existence of the greater possibility of the rule. So maybe 1 or 2 exemptions. But otherwise I can say the language they speak, the cultured, clear, syntax, semantics, grammar they use directly affects the alkalines of our DNA. That is why the neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, really does a big transformation. I can tell you. See, NLP is not all. It does not lead to enlightenment, but it surely awakens much more than what you are now. The neuro-linguistic programming surely makes you more alive than what you are now. The next important discovery, truth. Scientist Garge J says, our DNA can be reprogrammed by speech when words are modulated on correct carrier and frequencies, again and again and again. The Upanishads are chanted for so many different purposes. Not only your DNA can be altered, I tell you, the Upanishads came from such a high frequency. If a group of people whose DNAs are already altered by this chanting, if they chant, the cosmic DNA can be altered. That is why the chanting and Homa brings rain. It brings whatever we need, the natural positive effects. Why do you think such big tsunami did not touch single temple? See, all over, from Kanyakumari to Chennai, at least 2000 temples are there, which compounds usually gets washed by the wave. At least 2000. Please understand. From Kanyakumari to Chennai, first of all, let us start with Kanyakumari Devi temple. From that to Chennai Tiruvattriyur, Kashi Vishwanath temple, and Pattinattar Samadhi. At least 2000 temples are there. Tiruchandur, Thoothukudi, just temples are there. Not a single temple was broken or damaged or disturbed. We may say, no, coincidence. No. If people whose DNAs are altered, reprogrammed by the sounds and mantras and frequencies, if they sit together and create those frequencies and sounds, the cosmos DNA can be reprogrammed. So a space, bit of cosmos, which is reprogrammed by the reprogrammed system of the body of the master, is energy field. Bit of the cosmos, which is reprogrammed by the reprogrammed body of the master, is energy field. That is why just very living in that field reprograms many of our DNA. Next truth. Since the basic structure of DNA and language is of same structure, one can simply use words and sentences of human language of proper frequencies. This proves DNA reacts to spoken words with proper frequencies. It directly, this is my own conclusion. Because of these researchers, these researchers directly or indirectly explains and proves how affirmations, hypnosis, words from spiritual masters affect your body and mind directly. This is the power of initiation, the process. Many of you people would have seen the video of people levitating during LEP. If you have attended LEP, you would have seen. I did not do anything. All I did is let your samana be balanced. Let the air energy inside you be balanced. Let whatever happens inside your body happen. That's all. Affirmation, Satya Sankalpa. Nothing else. Satya Sankalpa, over. Immediately, the whole thing fell in place. People started levitating, the raising. Understand? Ordinary Sankalpa is gravitation, Satya Sankalpa is levitation. Sankalpa, ordinary Sankalpa, means will, words, thoughts, created, pulls you down, makes you more heavy. Satya Sankalpa makes you levitate. That is why whatever is said and done, when you listen to the great truths directly from Master, it just gets recorded into your DNA, becomes part of your DNA. This is the science why millions come to listen to the Masters, and how the Master's words directly gives experience to people. That's what I call transmission of lamp. Initiation. From a lit fire, only you can light the lamp. How much ever you sit and beg, please, please, why don't you lit yourself? How much ever you play and do any drama, any game, light cannot be lit by itself. Only from the lit fire, it can be lit. Transmission of lamp only can happen. Same way, how much ever you sit and talk in ordinary way, no. Only the reprogrammed DNA can transmit that frequency and right words and reprogram your DNA. That process only I call initiation. So it is very important to know the importance of initiation. If you sit and listen to the truth from an ordinary man who has intellectually memorized it, it is called learning, teaching and learning. If you sit and listen to a man who himself is practicing those truths, he is called Acharya, you are called Shishya. If you sit and listen to those truths, who has experienced it, He is called Guru, you are a Sishya. If you are listening to those truths from a being whose very DNA is programmed, it is called initiation. He is an incarnation, you are a devotee, it is called initiation. This is what exactly I am doing in inner awakening. Every session of inner awakening is an initiation. Awakening of one DNA. Every session of inner awakening. First working on life, means different energy centers. Then working on death, the different energy layers. Then working on koshas, sheets, different energy sheets, energy fields. Then working on the very core of energy. So every session is an initiation into the next step. Your DNA gets reprogrammed for enlightenment. In my life, there is an experience with a group of Tibetan monks. They made me sit inside the bell. Some 10 monks sit around the bell and rub the bell and go on chanting. I never realized the sound can create pain in your hair holes, in your pore. The bell has small holes through which I can breathe, but all the 10 sides they are sitting and rubbing the bell with a small wooden piece. That vibration created, that sound, within 5 minutes your ear stops listening to that sound. You can't hear it anymore. But every air pore feels the pain as if a needle is being inserted. And after half an hour the pain also disappears. It becomes like a pleasure. Very strong, deep pleasure. Then they chant the words like, you are deathless, you are painless, you have no hunger, you have no thirst, you have no old age. They chant like this. I now translated in negative way. They don't say you have no old age, they say you are ever young. They say you are always fulfilled. You are immortal. They declare in positive terms. And I was really shocked, because first I thought, what can this do? Maybe a ceremony. I love usually these ceremonies. Anywhere, any ceremony I see, I'll go and sit. Whether it is a shraddha or I will not bother. Whether it is some sannyas ceremony is going on, or some shraddha is going on, some ceremony is going on, I'll go and sit. So I saw some ceremony going on. I asked, will you allow me? They said, are you sannyasi? I said, yes, I left the house long before. Then they put me in that ceremony. I started attending. Then I realized, now I can realize completely, the frequencies and language can reprogram your DNA. I can tell you, still I do not have anything called pain in my body. If you have seen me 10 days before, in Himalayas, 10-15 days before, there was a big wound, at least 4 to 5 inch wound, long, maybe quarter inch depth. There was a bleeding and big wound. It took 5 days for me to realize there was a wound. Something has happened to the hand. Some brahmachari saw and told me. By the time it got healed by itself. Even though body is ordinary body, there is no such thing as pain. Still, it takes so much to push the food inside my system, because there's no such thing as hunger. People have to remind me to drink water continuously, because there's no thirst. The DNA reprogramming. The power of DNA is reprogramming. So your DNA can be reprogrammed by the right words, right chantings, right initiation from the incarnation whose DNA is completely reprogrammed. That is why the words heard from the Master spreads inside you like a fire and makes you experience. Scientist Garja Jayev says, human language did not appear coincidentally, but it is a reflection of our DNA. That is why Kashmir to Kanyakumari, when there was no communication like a telephone, television, telegram, anything, Sahana Avatu is chanted in same frequency. Go to Kashmir Shaivites temples or Bhavani Mandir or Vaishnava Devi and go to Kanyakumari, Kanyadevi, Bhavati Mandir. You will see Sahana Avatu and Purnamatam being chanted in same tone, same frequency. So the language is not just coincident. It is a reflection of our DNA. So, through this I want you to understand three important truths. One, be aware of the words you use. Second, listen to the great words only from the person who has experienced. Third thing, whenever you listen to the great words and higher frequencies from the person who has experienced, whose DNA is reprogrammed, it becomes your experience. That is what is initiation. The next research, the scientist and researcher Greg Braden gives evidences on how emotions change our DNA. Number one, in case of gratitude, love and appreciation, DNA responded by relaxing and length become longer. Just simple, feeling love. Understand that every day, morning 1 hour when you do Guru Puja, your DNA is relaxed and length becomes longer. Because you are in the mood of gratitude, love and appreciation. 1 hour, DNA becoming longer is too much to live at least 130 years. I am telling you. 1 hour is too much. I tell you, even 21 minutes. 21 minutes of love and appreciation, feeling. That's one cycle. See, one cycle per day. If you keep anything alive, that is more than enough to keep you whole day in that experience. It's like any emotion maintained for a cycle becomes the louder voice in your system, because now morning you sit and more than actually 2 cycles you guys maintain. The Guru Puja is more than the Pratyaksha Pada Puja you do is more than 2 cycles, around 42 minutes. So 2 cycles you are doing. In the 2 cycles, 1 cycle give it as a discount. Some moment maybe you are looking at the flower or looking at the mantra, or 1 or 2 moments you miss. Leave it, it's okay. Even if 1 cycle, if you are able to maintain some feeling, some idea, some concept, that becomes the loudest concept uttered by your mind to your body in the whole day. Because you cannot maintain even the worst hatred or enmity for 1 cycle in a day Even if you try, or you may have to sit and visualize, see that fellow's picture, remember that incident again and again. Anyhow, you are not going to do that every day. And you won't be able to. So naturally, this gratitude, love and appreciation becomes the loudest information, loudest action, loudest voice of your system. The second research, in case of anger, fear, frustration and stress, DNA is tightened up, DNA becomes shorter and DNA's codes are switched off. Means almost the partial death starts happening in you. The partial death becomes experience in you. So understand, the anger, fear and frustration and stress, even if it happens with the logic and reason, it harms you more than your enemy. As I told you yesterday, develop this habit of abhayam sarvabhutebhyo, nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. You will be a powerful person and warrior, both. The next, the truth is, this is from a website, Living Light Foundation. Once 12 strands of DNA are activated, emotions, beliefs, behavioral patterns that do not serve our life can be removed and replaced with vibration of love energy. That is what I call you becoming an incarnation. This is what has exactly happened to me at the age of 22, 2000. Year 2000, at the age of 22, this is what has happened to me. All the 12 strands got awakened. All the 12 strands of DNA got activated. So the emotions, beliefs, behavioral patterns that do not serve our life, life's purpose, is removed and replaced with vibrations of love energy. I can call it as vibrations of awareness, bliss energy. Different names you can give. And I realized I am an incarnation and I have a purpose to fulfill. And it is expressing. So understand, this is the science behind how an incarnation feels, acts and lives. There is another one, truth. The balancedexistence.com, this is the another one website which works, which gives information on this DNA science. Scientists experimented the change in emotions changes the shape of DNA. They infer that emotions change our physical DNA, and when we change, the world around us changes. Please understand. Oh God. Emotions change our physical DNA, and when we change, the world around us changes. Again, I always tell people, be blissful, wealth will be attracted towards you. You will attract all the right things, right situations and right happenings. The world around you will change. The scientists are saying the same thing in different words. So the essence is, let you start practicing the higher human emotions and reprogram your system with higher human existence, in a higher way of existing, with higher reality. You will see your DNA changes, your health improves, your life changes, even the world around you changes completely. So let you all experience this change. Inner awakening is all about giving you the glimpse of this change. You are reprogrammed to the higher reality. All your human emotions are purified, and not only your health becomes strong, you are transformed physically, You learn the science of attracting the right changes around you. Because the Sangha gives you that intelligence. So to experience Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, be in inner awakening. Here is a discovery from dailygalaxy.com, a website. So many scientists contribute to that website. DNA has been found to have a bizarre activity to put itself together even at a distance, when according to known science it should not be able to. I'll explain how the teleporting, telepathy, all these things are possible. It is just because of this truth. DNA has been found to have a bizarre ability to put itself together even at a distance, when according to known science it should not be able to. Science is said to catch up with teleporting and telepathy and all that. Scientists Grezna and France found out that DNA can cause patterns in vacuum, producing magnetic wormholes. Please understand, it's a new word, wormholes. Wormholes are tunnels-like connections between areas in universe through which DNA attracts bits of information outside time and space and passes them on to our consciousness. It was noted that this information can be passed on between individuals whose DNA is turned on or activated. Let me add my own experience for this. They say, the scientists are saying that DNA can cause patterns in vacuum, producing magnetic wormholes. That wormholes can attract bits of information outside time and space. Patanjali again and again says, you don't need to learn just from the five senses, means seeing and hearing. I have an example of Vivekananda. Whatever he expressed in 9 years of his public life, even for you to study, it will take 39 years, his lifetime. This proves solidly, Vivekananda did not receive all information through eyes and ears. You can take my example. Whatever I expressed in last 8 years, even for you to study and understand, it will take at least 33 years. Forget about experiencing and expressing, just to study. Very clearly you can see, logically you can see very clearly, objectively you can see, this much of information cannot get into the system through ears and seeing or any other education method within last 33 years, even if I was studying all 33 years, 24 hours. Then how did these informations get into the system and comes out? This is the secret. DNA can create magnetic wormholes which receives bits of information outside time and space. That's what we call consciousness. So till the wormholes are created in your DNA, you need an outside master. Once the wormholes are created in your DNA, you don't need outside master there. Outside guru sits inside you as Antar Guru and teaches you. He sits inside you and goes on supplying the knowledge. And another one important information, the last punchline, It was noted that this information can be passed on between individuals whose DNA is turned on or activated. Whatever I downloaded through my wormholes and DNA can be transmitted to you without using my words, without you seeing or listening. Just if your DNA is activated or turned on. That is what I call initiation, Upanishad. Only in the beginning you need to listen to my words. If the DNA gets activated or turned on, no need for words, no need for ordinary way of teaching. Just the transmission, the initiation, energy darshan is enough. That is what I was telling yesterday. Initiation is like an intense downloading into you. The knowledge and consciousness and information in this biomemory, in this DNA, is just transmitted. That is why these acharyas, once they are initiated, our trained teachers to go around and take classes, once they are initiated, there are thousands of information they never learnt from my books or heard from me, starts expressing through them. The answers which they would have never heard from me or read from my books suddenly starts expressing. How? This is the science. If your DNA is turned on or activated, these bits of information which gets downloaded through the wormholes created in DNA can just be transmitted without any conventional methods. This is what is happening during every initiation, every process in inner awakening. This is what I am doing in our Vidyalayas, in our Gurukuls. The transmission without using conventional methods is possible, was available, is available in our Vedic tradition. Was available in our Vedic tradition, is available in Nityananda mission. It's possible. Otherwise you can't imagine hundreds of shakas of Upanishads, Vedas have been by-hearted, memorized. By the time the kids complete 7 years, in our tradition, there are rishis, there were rishis. By the age of 7, they mastered the whole thing. Millions of slokas. Shankara. I can give you thousands of examples. How is it possible? They are not myth. They are not just stories. They are histories. Understand? It's possible. Through super DNA. In NSP, every session, I am trying to make your DNA into super DNA. Same way in the inner awakening, every session is to turn on, activate the DNA so that the experience can be transmitted as it is. There's one more very interesting bit of information I have. It's from psychedelicadventure.com, website psychedelicadventure.com. Scientists irradiated DNA with laser light. On a screen, wave pattern was formed. The wave pattern still remained even after removal of DNA. It infers, point 1, the energy from outside of space still flows through activated wormholes after DNA removal. Means, once the initiation is given, even if you are not physically around me, the connection and energy transmission constantly goes on. The second thing, hypercommunication, telepathy, remote sensing is definitely a part of human protocol. Means it is possible for human beings. Telepathy or remote sensing is possible for human beings. That is why I tell you, telepathy and remote sensing is a living mechanism even if you don't believe it. Whenever you have fear about somebody, anger towards somebody, enmity towards somebody, fear that they may attack you, just do one simple process. I give you this as a technique. Sit and say, Abhayam Sarvabhudebhyo. I give refuge to the whole world, and nobody, no being is need to be afraid of me. I am not here to attack anybody. Please understand, visualize. Every DNA in your body sends this message. Every hair hole, pore in your body is used as a transmitter for this message. Sit very nicely, calmly, still. Every night when I switch off and relax into myself, say, Abhayam Sarvabhudebhyo. Let the whole humanity be blessed with a deep abhaya. Nobody need to be afraid. Understand, still cosmos is alive. Still cosmos is alive. The big problem is the ordinary mind gets caught between these normal actions we need to do and the experience we need to carry. You just need little more expansion to comprehend the paradox of the life. That's all, nothing else. Whenever you have fear for somebody, about somebody, if you feel they may attack or do something harm, just sit and send a strong wave of Abhayam Sarvabhudebhyo. I am not enemy to anybody. I am not going to cherish enmity towards anybody. At the most, I may defend, protect myself, that's all. But I am not interested in attacking anybody. I am only interested in giving abhaya. Just send these waves. Not only that, when you send these waves of abhaya, you will see so much of healing happens in you. Even for defending, you will do minimum but right actions. As browsing through some of the articles about this epigenetics, this is Dr. Hassan Church. He has written a book called Genie in Our Genes. He has done a great service to Vedic tradition by proving many of the Vedic truths scientifically. Anybody digs in any field with the one goal of Satya, truth, they land on Vedic tradition. In any field it can be. See, without having the vested interests of the marketing companies, marketing industry, in any field, anybody does research with Satya. Satya as the goal, truth as the goal. Simply they land on Vedic tradition. I can say this Hassan Church is a rishi. He very clearly proves the quality of your consciousness directly transforms the way in which you exist physiologically, or your physiological existence is directly affected by the quality of your consciousness. The quality of your consciousness and the physiological existence are so closely connected the epigenetics. They have done so much of research on this field, on this epigenome. Epigenome is a protein particle responsible for your genes and all the happenings based on genes. Please understand, we are always taught genes are responsible for our diseases. No, it's not true. Even your DNA is not responsible. The quality of your consciousness is responsible. The quality of consciousness can directly change DNA. Asan Church very beautifully proves even the persistent diseases handed over to you by the previous generations, like cancer, sugar, blood pressure, heart diseases, even they can be just altered, changed, transformed by the quality of your consciousness. Another research proves only 35% of your DNA is responsible, only 35%, for what you are, who you are, how you are, and all the major factors like your longevity, disease, health and everything. Only 35%. The science of epigenetics and the epigenome opens a new door to the great truths declared by Patanjali and Swatmarama. Patanjali in Raja Yoga Sutras and Swatmarama in Hatha Yoga Sutras. Shiva Sutras says very clearly, the man who is in perfect health, just by his nisangalpa, means the intentionless consciousness, can transmit that to a human being or any being. That is what is exactly the science of healing. I have so many research references here today to share with you all. One is that Dawson Church research and the truth about the epigenome. I can see very clearly when I see these researchers, exactly the experience which is happening in me, in others when I do the healing, is scientifically recorded and proved. Usually I see how the healing happens in people. I can see very clearly when I put the hand on the person, the epigenome structure starts changing, which is responsible for the whole building. Please understand, DNA is not responsible for the building. DNA is like a brick. Out of brick we build buildings, but brick itself is not responsible for the plan. If there is a defective brick, there will be defective building. But brick does not carry the blueprint of the building. The epigenome is responsible for the blueprint of the building. I could see very clearly the epigenome transforms itself and DNA just alters as per the transformation of the epigenome, and clearly the body just remembers the health. Please understand, health is your nature. You don't need to create it, you just need to remember it. The remembrance immediately awakens and the health is back. That is why even the doctors were surprised and shocked when they see the persistent diseases like cancer, blood pressure, all those things get healed. Especially these long-term drug therapies are no more needed and people just walk out of diseases. Doctors were shocked. They asked me again and again, what do you do? What do you do? I tell them, who knows? I only know what happens. But now I am understanding, because of the scientific discoveries. Maybe I can say earlier also I understand what happens, but now only I know the words to transmit that understanding to you all. I don't know what happens, but I do not know these technical terms like epigenetics and epigenome. Now I understand those words also, because of these scientific researches. The quality of your consciousness, the quality of consciousness in which you are living is directly responsible. It can just alter, transform any disease, including diseases like cancer, arthritis, handed over to you through generations. If you go to the internet, tons and tons of research is done in this field. How the spiritual healing directly works. Not only during spiritual healing, even during initiations, and when people come and sit near me in my breathing space, I can see very clearly their epigenome starts getting awakened, restructures itself, realigns itself. There is another research I was reading. In a vacuum tube, if there are some electrons lying random, if a human DNA is introduced, immediately they all come to a clear, organized shape. They all just stand up. It's like when master enters, how you automatically stand up. They all just organize themselves. Even after the DNA, human DNA was removed, they all stay back in the same shape. Same way, I can see very clearly when people sit in my breathing space, especially during Pada Puja, the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, I can see very clearly their body just recupes and transforms. I used to wonder how to express this clearly in scientific terms. Hassan Church has done that job. Very beautifully, very scientifically, he has explained. The science of epigenome and epigenetics is the revelation. It's a science which proves now the declarations of Patanjali and Swatmarama and all great Vedic rishis, and my own experience. The quality of your consciousness decides diseases, longevity, quality of life, pain, depression, everything. Even the persistent diseases like cancer, blood pressure, heart diseases, sugar, everything. So I tell you, wake up and raise your consciousness. Not only to transform your DNA, to transform the whole world. See, when you transform your DNA, it is not just the great service done to you alone. It will be the greatest service you are doing to the world, whole world. Because when your DNA is transformed, you see, when your consciousness is brought to a certain level, whoever you touch will be impacted by your consciousness, and their epigenome also will be re-altered, and their DNA will be transformed, and they get back to their health. This is the science of healer's initiation. That's what I am doing. Not only I transformed my epigenome and transformed my DNA structure and brought the highest possible conscious expression in this body and mind. Whoever is touched, if they also can raise their consciousness, of course, when I touch, the physical and mental healing happens. And if they also put little bit of their effort and take up the responsibility to receive it completely, then a complete epigenome transformation, DNA transformation happens in them, and they also start experiencing the higher and higher possibilities of the consciousness in their body mind. So naturally, when they touch somebody else, their epigenome gets awakened, the DNA gets transformed, the health starts happening in that person. This is what the ripple wave effect. I tell you, this spiritual healing and enlightenment based communities, this too will be our greatest contribution to the human civilization. And the epigenome of epigenetics, this science of epigenome and epigenetics, will legitimize what we are doing internationally. This science will legitimize what we are doing internationally, I tell you. Seeing the researchers and the reports, I am really shocked, not just surprised, shocked. Every word uttered by our rishis, every truth casually mentioned by our rishis, which I am bringing back to life experientially, is proved with solid reports and researches. I tell you, future is ours. If humanity is going to have future, it is ours. Not only that, let us create new human beings. New human beings. It is time we create a breakthrough. We give a breakthrough for human beings. Like how gorilla, chimpanzee became human being. Now it is time for a human being to become enlightened being. Let us put all our efforts and energies strongly to raise the human consciousness more and more in all possible ways. This will be the greatest happening to the humanity. Even one moment, if you can unclutch and relax in restful awareness, or you can help somebody to unclutch and be in restful awareness, you are adding something great to the universe. Understand? Something great to the universe. Even if one moment you unclutch and rest in conscious, restful awareness and help somebody to rest in restful awareness, raising consciousness, you contributed something great to the humanity. Understand? You contributed something great to the humanity. Let's popularize these great researches on this epigenetics and the epigenome, the ideas about the epigenome. Epigenome can be changed through conscious choices regardless of what we have been handed over through generations. Add more and more joy, laughter, love, life, dance, bliss, restful awareness to the humanity. Let us create intense, conscious cyclones, superconscious tsunamis. All over the world. Save the humanity, human consciousness and human health. All you guys decide two things strongly. One, from now you will live in the highest possible consciousness continuously. Second, even if you leave the body, you will get back to serve the world in this highest consciousness. We need more and more people in human body to remove the inhumanity from humanity. We need more and more people in human body to remove inhumanity in humanity. It's time. We really need. We really need. Actually, when I go through the scientific researches, even I realize more and more the urgency with which we need to create N communities, urgency with which we need to create the N civilization, urgency with which we need to radiate enlightenment. So let the urge become the urgent. Let you all radiate enlightenment. Let you all achieve and radiate the eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you.
Yes. What a powerful revelation, and what a powerful plead by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to all of us to expand our consciousness. We learned that consciousness, the quality of our consciousness, starting from the very language that we speak, the way we grow up, expresses through the very body language, all the way down to the core of our DNA. So on this final day of Paramashivoham, let this be the context from which we review these 21 days that we have spent internalizing and imbibing the higher powerful cognitions. Let us take another moment from this context, from the responsibility that we have as part of humanity to raise our consciousness and to remove inhumanity in humanity. We have a few questions prepared for all of you to ponder upon. A few questions that we have already asked on the first day of Paramashivoham Level 1. But now, after 21 days of going through this powerful transformative process, let us re-inquire, let us look in, and from the right context, let us ask the pure questions. Let us enter into pure questioning and transform our consciousness. Let us value these 21 days that we have spent in working on ourselves, chiseling ourselves, raising ourselves in the higher consciousness.
Yes. So these basic questions that we asked on the first day are, and now after attaining this 21 day of Paramashivoham, again look back and reflect to these questions. What is the purpose of your life? What do you aspire for? What is it that keeps you alive? What motivates you to wake up every day? What do you value the most in your life? So take a moment. We'll be engaging in these questions. Ask these questions. Look in without any disturbance. Sit with yourself. Contemplate. Dig deep into yourself. Ask these questions and start to pen down. And already we have gone through the Paramashivoham 21 days. So we have the right context through which we can look into these questions.
Understand from the context of sitting with the master, as Swamiji has described, as he has elaborated upon, just being in the presence of the master will transform us. We become a pure bamboo flute for the universe to play on, as the master's inner space is completely empty. As we spend more and more time in his presence, be it physically or be it by remembering him in sweet remembrance during the puja, or by performing yoga, performing the kriyas, the technologies and methodologies given by him. All this allows us to be in the presence of the Master even when physically he is not directly near to us. When we enter into the remembrance, that is when we strengthen the entanglement. As Swamiji has described in this video, our DNA is capable of opening wormholes and transport certain DNA structures beyond time and space. Just by the remembrance of the Guru, we get into the entanglement and we can experience a transformation, initiation. So let us just settle down and sit with Swamiji. From that space, understand he is here with us right now. As we remember him, we are in Upanishad, we are sitting with him. So let us really ask ourselves these important questions that can really shape the future of our lives. Many times we just act based on what is happening in our day-to-day life, and we don't ask the most important questions. And all of a sudden we find ourselves in old age and we have not lived the very purpose of our existence. So now we are still young. We still have so much time in front of us. So let us ask important questions and make important decisions for this lives and lives to come. We're going to project the questions on screen, and please sincerely enter into this internalization exercise, which is the final internalization exercise for this season of Paramashivoham Level 1. now settle down. If you want to share any powerful clicks you have received. So it has already started. People are sharing their powerful cognitions, their insights in the chat.
Yes, Ma Nitya Parashakti shares, help more people live out their true self, longing to live out one's true self, strength and confidence, freedom and respect. Yes, so whole Swamiji's mission, vision at the end of the video itself, Swamiji revealed. Whole mission and vision of Kailasa itself is sharing the science of enlightenment whole ecosystem and providing the ecosystem as well to the people, reaching out to more and more so that people live this science. So not only you manifest this science, but helping others to manifest the science so that they also live the science. And again, as we have gone through, Swamiji says, enriching everybody in wherever in this long journey that everybody is in. When you enrich others, help out others to grow to the next level of consciousness, next level of from where they are, that is enriching.
Yes, Manager Prema has shared, my goal in life is to become enlightened. I long for a fresh, calm, intelligent, and creative life. It is the pursuit of truth that keeps me alive. My motivation to wake up every day is to feed this body and live out the quality of life. It doesn't seem clear what I value most in life. Yes, so you still have something that you can ponder upon, Ma. These questions are not necessarily to be answered immediately, but they are just to give you an idea about pure questioning, bring you back to pure questioning where you can find the solutions for your very life, for the very existence. So when we align ourselves to pure questioning, that is when even the biggest problems will suddenly be faced with the solutions from our inner space. When we just keep pure questioning alive, naturally we will develop where we need to go.
Yes. And the whole Upanishad, as Swamiji was revealing, sitting with the master, the Kena Upanishad says its whole Kena Upanishad is based on seeking, asking the fundamental questions of life. Okay, so Jai Kumariya says, achieve enlightenment and have super conscious breakthrough. Manifest SJPK. Great. Manifesting the Sarvanga Pitha as Karta. Swamiji's teachings, initiations, yoga, puja, meditation techniques like unclutching. Swamiji is the most precious gift, ultimate gift. Great. Thank you for sharing. Achieving enlightenment, having the super conscious breakthrough, having for yourself and helping each other, whoever you meet. That's the way Swamiji's whole mission and vision is. Swamiji, the word he uses Kailasa. He uses both for the physical plane and the actual Kailasa, what he is referring to. So the whole ecosystem is based on that, living enlightenment and radiating enlightenment. Manifesting SJPK, so Sarvanga Pita. So please come for the darshan, receive the blessings from Swamiji. Definitely you will be able to manifest, and because whole Sarvanga Pita is all about contributing to yourself and contributing to others, so that others also have the super conscious breakthrough. So great, you'll be able to do that, and it's a great decision that you have taken.
Yes, we are coming close to the conclusion of this season of Paramashivoham, but we are going to have one more round of power manifestation.
Yes.
So
we'll be entering into the scanning. So scanning the location, scanning the objects. So we have few objects in front of us. So that's going to be a quick round of power manifestation and interesting power manifestation. So bring your awareness to your third eye. Remember Swamiji in your third eye. and ask Swamiji to reveal any object, all the objects or any objects which are in front of the acharyas, in front of us. Vibrate with Mahavakya.
Continuously chant the Mahavakya. And let Swamiji reveal what are the objects that the acharyas have placed in front of them. We have a few selected and placed here in front of us. Any details that you can receive, note them down, share anything, even if you feel it might not be related. Just let us take a few moments and scan what are the objects placed in front of the acharyas.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, slowly you can relax and take a moment to share whatever was revealed to you.
Share what are the objects that we have placed here in front of us. 2 fish box. A water cup, blue flowers. Okay. So you just saw the number 2, Ma, is it? Because you say 2 fish box, is it the number 2 you're yes, okay.
Okay. Like green fruit.
Okay, thank you. Fish farm box. Okay.
Apart from stationery items, glass item, teacup.
Yes. There are some more participants here in the room.
Waiting for them to share.
Jay Kumar Aya, Ma Zhenghui,
Ma Sugagyana,
Nitya Premama,
Sri Mahasharveshwara,
Wu Jechi.
Okay.
Swamiji. Okay.
Okay, let's reveal. So we have the objects. Okay,
Book, pen, flowers.
book,
Alright.
pen, flowers. All right. Now we'll be showing the objects which are in front of us.
So we have a tennis ball,
We have a plug point with the socket.
a tiny Rudraksha, a single Rudraksha,
We have a small jewel which is used on the deity to decorate.
and we have a flex band, like it's a workout band.
Yeah. And we have a tape.
Tape roll. We actually do have some cup also.
But-
I kept it aside because we usually keep a cup in front of us for the power manifestation. So this one. So it's still correct, though. We still have it in front of us.
And also books and pens, though it's not on the table, but
Yeah,
it's definitely in the side of us.
close vicinity. Yeah.
Yes. Great. Okay. So congratulations all of you for manifesting this power. And on this last day of Paramashivoham, we are just on the closure of this Paramashivoham level 1. And also requesting all the participants to, as you have completed Paramashivoham level 1, let's move to the next level. Join us back for the Paramashivoham level 2. And if you don't have the link, we'll be sending you the link. The day starts with tomorrow. The first day will be starting with the power manifestation, and the next day will be starting with yoga, but with 308 asanas. In Paramashivoham level 1, we started with 108 asanas. In Paramashivoham level 2, we will be continuing with 308 asana sequence, Dviti Vinasa Krama. So, requesting all the Paramashivoham level 1 participants to join us in Paramashivoham level 2. That is going to be a next level of breakthrough, more and more completions, and Swamiji will be giving much with more intensity, infusing much more energy into all of us.
Yes. So tomorrow we're going to have the live power manifestation demo with the Balasans from the Nityananda Gurukul, where you can have body scan or remote vision or the power manifestation. You can have that live performed for you by the initiated Balasans from the Nityananda Gurukul. So don't miss that. It's a great opportunity to entangle. If you have the power manifestors who have manifested the powers in extraordinary ways. For example, some of the Gurukul kids, they would ride a bicycle while blindfolded or play basketball while blindfolded. and even physical powers like materialization and lifting incredibly heavy weights without working out. So many different incredible powers these Palasans have manifested since they were initiated at a young age. They grew into the signs of power manifestation, so it's a great chance to entangle. And yeah, the whole Paramashivoham level 2 is about the signs of inner awakening. As Swamiji has conducted the inner awakening programs for many years, which also was a paid program, and now it is all packed into this powerful 21-day program, Paramashivoham level 2, which is the next level. We have learned the introduction into the various different sciences that Swamiji has revealed, and in level 2 we are building on that. We are strengthening the powerful cognitions. We are going deep into completion with all aspects of life. Paramashivoham level 2 is very much about breaking our powerless patterns and building completion in our relationships, in our relationship to wealth, in our relationship to being our own boss. So many powerful cognitions that you can receive in Paramashivoham level 2. So requesting all of you to join. It's starting immediately tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
And also, those who please join us for the level 2, and always have the connection with the Guru. It is, Swamiji says that again and again, fall back to the source. Move all your actions around Swamiji, around Paramashiva. When you rotate all your actions, center all your actions, deeds and works towards Swamiji, around Paramashiva, then naturally everything that you want to manifest in your life, you will start manifesting. Because when you let cosmos plan your life, it gives you the best. So with this, we have actually come to the end of Paramashivoham level 1, day 21. So once again, congratulations all of you for being here and manifesting so much, receiving so much from as Bhagavan is revealing, has shared with us.
And also for the next season, naturally, we are also going to be there again, ready to answer any questions and to bring Swamiji's teachings to you. Thank you all for being here and sincerely attending in all the processes and going through this powerful transformation along with us. Thank you all.
Yes. So now let's bring our hands in Namaskar mantra. Let's finish with the Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, everyone.
And we'll be excited to see all of you tomorrow for the Paramashivoham level 2.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.